Today, I am so excited to be unboxing this iconic Casio Calculator Watch, which we've seen on the wrists of so many influential celebrities. But why do they love it so much? I'm going to join them for the next 1 week to find out. And as a bonus, I'm going to announce the winner of our Watch of the Week community poll, so stick around to the end. And honestly, I am going in completely blind. All I know is that it is a calculator, but that's literally it. Wow, look at that. I love it when they include these plastic cases. Something to note on the case here as well is that we have the 1Z variant, which is the black one, though there are different colors available. A couple of things I'm straight away noticing. Number one, this little tag / label at the back does not have any indication of any features that are included. Maybe they are included within the instruction manual, but being a Casio enthusiast, we ain't going to read this, all right? The next thing I'm noticing is the minimal number of side buttons. We've got none on the left and 2 on the right. Now, typically for a Casio watch, such as this F91W, you'll see at least 3 side buttons. I guess it makes sense, given this calculator watch has so many face buttons, it probably doesn't need that many on the side. So I have figured out what these side buttons do. The main protruding button is to go through the different modes, okay? And then this little button, which is recessed, is for making adjustments. So let's get this tag off for a wrist check. Oh yeah, what do you think of that? That looks quite good. So for the record, I've got a 6.75 inch wrist. Doesn't look like it's too big or out of place, and it definitely doesn't look like it's too small either. So let's test out some of these features while on my wrist. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to smash that like button. Okay, so let's have a go at the calculator function using my fat sausage fingers and seeing if I can hit these tiny little buttons. Let's give it a go. So we'll start with an equation. We'll go 8 times 6 equals, boom. So it is working. And actually, I am curious how many digits it can handle. 5555. Okay, so it looks like we've got 8 digits there, pretty standard. But I will say that I am finding I have to use my nail. So if I use the point of my finger, it's only working sometimes. And now I've got some kind of error. Uh-oh. Help! Help! Okay, maybe I should have read these instructions. So we're just going to move on past that feature now. Oh, okay, so that's how we do it. You've got it spammed full of junk. You just press that once and that is clear. And then our alarm clock looks like you can just... Now, do we type in the numbers? So can we... Yeah, we can. So we can type in 11, 30. Awesome. And then I guess we press that little button as well to lock that in. And I think that is our final feature other than, yes, the stopwatch. Now, how do we, it says start or stop. Yep, start and stop is the bottom right. Okay, so we're going to try and land this on 10 seconds, just like we did in the last video, which was pretty cool. 9, 10. Oh, my finger's too fat.
You gotta call the plant and warn them.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to smash that like button. Now, who are the celebrities that wear this epic watch and why might they be wearing it? Let's get started with Walter White. Now, first of all, look at this absolute beast. He really did rock this watch. And I'm kind of afraid to admit this, but I never actually watched Breaking Bad. But I can only assume that he wore it in the calculation of various drug deals and weights. Next up is my personal favorite. It's Mr. Bean. And there's something just so zany and unique about Mr. Bean that I can't help but admire. In fact, you might recognize a few nods to Mr. Bean in some of my previous videos. And I know that Mr. Bean would use the calculator function of this watch to gain an unfair advantage in various contests like he did in one of his episodes. Next up, it's Marty McFly from Back to the Future, one of my favourite movie series ever. Although I don't recall seeing McFly use his calculator watch on screen, I just know that he'd be making use of the calculator function to calculate various dates for him to travel between. Last but not least is our most recent appearance of the calculator watch in mainstream media, and that was on Stranger Things, worn by Mike. Now, young Mike here was always shown to be a bit of a geek, so I reckon he'd get lots of use out of the calculator function while he plays Dungeons and Dragons with his friends. But what do you think? Was there any better ways that any of the celebrities could have made use of the calculator watch? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, you might have noticed a trend. Almost all of the celebrities, movies and series we've just discussed all range about the 80s and 90s. So, you might actually be surprised to learn that this awesome watch is actually still in production today. So if you want to get your hands on one of these awesome Casio calculator watches, I will be leaving a link for you in the description below. And for anyone new to the Watch of the Week series, it's rather simple. I'll be wearing this watch for the next 1 week and putting its claims and features to the test. I really can't wait to see how many times I make use of the calculator function throughout the next 1 week, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on that review. And now it's time for the bonus, where I announce the winner of the Watch of the Week community poll. Just like last week, this was an incredibly tight community poll where the winner alternated back and forth several times. So without further ado, the winner is the F94W. Thank you to everyone who voted, and this will be our next Watch of the Week when we're done with the calculator watch. Smash that like button if you've enjoyed today's video, and while you're down there, let me know, what's your favourite watch that you've seen worn by a celebrity? I'm leaving you with our Watch of the Week playlist, as well as a related video that you're not going to want to miss. Do make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on, so you're among the first to know when we upload, and you can make your vote count for our next community poll. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.